Hey Gemini, welcome to Alchemist Tarot. Serving tarot straight up. It's your November monthly reading, so we're going to pull cards for overall energy, actions and advice, a card for every single week. And I know I'm late because we're already pretty much done with the first week of November. Any obstacles that you might face, and some energy that's going around money, career, and love. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Again, my apologies for this video being late. I'm going to work my hardest to make sure that doesn't happen again. One thing I will say is that it's election week, so my attention has been elsewhere. What's going on? All right. One. Hope everyone's doing good. We're finally getting almost out of Mercury retrograde. I think the energy is going to be a lot lighter probably next week. We're still kind of in that kind of trailing energy still from it. All right. Gemini. You know, I feel like Gemini out of the gate for November, you know, you got the Four of Cups and you got the Lover's card. So certainly this, for some of you Geminis, you've had to make a very tough decision recently, or you are drawn to make a very challenging decision soon. The Lovers, yes, it can mean love coming in, or you're in a relationship, but it also can mean making a challenging decision. Four of Cups is that I feel like if you are in a relationship, it's not fulfilling and it's almost downright boring. There's not a lot of, you know, it's gotten very dull, or it has, you know, the chemistry starting to die down, or kind of that attraction and energy has started to kind of, you know, tail off. So for some of you are really having to, you know, make some tough decisions whether you want to stay in a relationship or not. And again, for a lot of you, it's also making challenging decisions whether, you know, and what I'm doing right now in life, is it fulfilling? Is it something that I see myself doing for the long term? And maybe you're having to make some pretty big challenges that you're going to have to do a 180 and follow in another path. So, you know, tough decisions, Gemini. Out of the gate, you know, actions and advice. I would tell you with the Moon card, this is all about trusting your intuition. You know, the Moon is also about feminine, the divine feminine. And for some of you, and it doesn't mean, you know, if you're man or woman, it doesn't matter, but this is about tapping into that kind of emotional and sensitive part of yourself. Some of you, you know, maybe you still need to kind of get some things out and heal, or you know, maybe you're having really vivid dreams, or things are kind of making you get in your feels a lot easier. And I got to tell you, coming, you know, we're in Scorpio season still, and that's definitely the vibe. But trust your intuition, because it's never going to lead you astray, okay? So if you need to take the time out to kind of calm your mind and get yourself, you know, grounded so you can make some solid decisions, please do so. This week, and again, I know we're already at Friday, this is November 6th, I feel like you might not have as many options at your fingertips, or maybe you're starting to look back and wish that you took a different opportunity than you did. You know, Gemini, here's the thing. You know, we can do the shoulda, coulda, woulda all day long, right? But if you made a decision, trust and believe that you are always going to get on the path you're meant to. What is meant for you will always be for you. And as long as you learn the lesson and understand the blessings that you've picked up along the way, that in itself has made you stronger, smarter, and more experienced. So don't be so hard on yourself, Gemini, okay? Next week, things are starting to move. Wheel of Fortune, this is Jupiter energy. Now, it's interesting because Jupiter Jupiter rules Sagittarius, excuse me. And we're entering into Sag season. So I feel like you're gonna start to see that you actually are the key to your success. You actually can make things happen, and you just have to put your mind to it, Gemini. The key is, Gems, look, as an air sign, we're in our head and we will love to do about 50 different things at the same time, but we don't always execute very well when we do that. So instead of having, you know, tons of different things and all being very excited about all these ideas, Gemini, focus and really target on 1 to 2 things that you can do well, okay? And then start to be consistent, because you're gonna see the energy start to move in your favor. Things are starting to move forward, okay? 3rd week, 9 of Swords. Now, what I will tell you is that, Gemini, people cannot read your mind. And sometimes, Gems, you're not always known. Well, I should say you can be known for being a little flighty, okay? So what I will say is that if you need to articulate or communicate something, please take a minute and actually figure out what you're going to say instead of ignoring it or trying to multitask. If you need to communicate something, please be focused and put some thought behind it. Don't be all over the place, because people get frustrated. Also, Knight of Swords, this is also energy that indicates you might charge in because you get really excited very quickly, but then you lose interest because you hit an obstacle, or you find out that maybe there's more of an investment in the, you know, initially than you expected, and you just don't know if you see yourself doing it. So, like I said, instead of trying to accomplish 50 things half-ass, pick 1 or 2 and really start to dive in and research and see if you want to do it and move forward, okay? So become more, you know, targeted and tunnel vision a little bit around your goals and what you want to do. 4th week, I think you're going to start to, you know, and this is interesting for a lot of you, you know, the 4 of Wands is by no means negative energy in the reverse. I think many of you might face some challenges this last week where, you know, maybe you're not able to be with friends and family during the holidays, especially here in the States. We have Thanksgiving, but it could mean that maybe travel plans have been canceled, or, you know, there's family members who might be sick and you just don't want to take the risk. So I think that you might be flying solo this holiday season, or maybe plans or, you know, trips have been delayed, or having to be rescheduled because of outside circumstances. So chin up, but you know what? There's always what do they call it? Friendsgiving. I don't know if I said that right, but I think there's other ways to have fun, you know, or even FaceTime people, but you might not be able to be in person, okay? Let's see. Obstacles, Gemini, I think for you, the biggest thing with the 5 of Cups in reverse is realizing, and I think you guys are starting to be better about this, what happened in the past stays in the past. And, you know, when things don't work out, there's a higher purpose and a deeper meaning why, okay? So I think you're starting to understand at a higher level, you know, what's meant for me will always be for me. And when things don't work out, I'm being protected. Okay, so when you hit those small bumps in the road or get frustrated, you have to remember that, you know, things always happen and things are always working out for you. Money looks good. You know, Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady. This is building for the long term. You know, I just said this in Taurus's reading, which was before yours, that I think a lot of you might be focusing on investing. How to invest your money wisely for retirement. And this is about slow and steady. This is not, you know, quick rich schemes or anything like that. You're really focusing on how you can have something very sustainable for later down the road. Career, for the Queen of Wands in reverse, you know, now this could be you, some of you, or this could be energy that you're dealing with. But at the workplace, I feel like there's a lot of drama, unnecessary crap going on. Queen of Wands in reverse can be the drama card. This can be someone who, you know, is always picking fights or stirring the pot or, you know, in everyone's business. There's always one. And if it's you, knock it off. If it's someone else, you know what? The best thing you can do is cover, you know, CYA, make sure you have everything in writing, and don't give them a reason to start to tattle, because I think that's what's happening. Also, a lot of you, I think, are starting to feel, Gemini, a little it's almost like you don't have time or the energy or room in your schedule to be creative. Maybe you're in like tons and tons and tons of meetings and you're not able to actually like draw or to create music or whatever the case is, the fun part of your job, or even having time on your off time to do that because you've been so slammed. So anything you can do to kind of enhance your creativity, do so. It will help you calm down and you know, kind of focus. You know, I have to say with love has not been a huge driver this month for a lot of signs so far. You got 3 of Swords in reverse. You know, Geminis, you've gone through some massive transformations in relationships. You really have. And I think moving forward for you, it's all about focusing your energy on the right person and not necessarily for the outside appearances, you know. And I think that in the past you have done that and you've gotten burned or you've had heartbreak, but the 3 of Swords is such a massive transformation and transition that you understand that, you know what, I know what I bring to the table. I know my value, I know my worth, and I'm not willing just to, you know, put myself out there for someone who's not going to reciprocate that and see that I, you know, belong in their life and I can, you know, add value in their life, and vice versa. So Geminis, I wish you an excellent month. I'm so sorry these are late. If you're interested in purchasing a reading, please, my website link is in the bio. Click it. All the information's there. If you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, please do, because I do readings and you can get more information from me on those channels. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next month.